Hey, it's Jordan, the 1031 doctor, and today we were looking at a deal in Houston, Texas. It's a Jack in the Box, corporate Jack in the Box, and it caught my eye this morning, and I wanted to bring it to you today and do a little analysis of it. I'm familiar with this Jack in the Box because I actually ate there many years ago, and I'll tell you a little story about that. Anyways, the 1031 doctor has bought, built, sold, leased triple net investments across the country since 1986, and we analyze properties for you within 24 hours for $299. Let's jump into this deal. So this was listed 36 days ago, so it's a new deal. And right away, I like the fact that it is a corporate Jack in the Box and a 6.25 cap, which is really a good cap rate for this Jack in the Box. There's still a healthy amount of primary term remaining at 7.1 years, and it's in a really interesting nook and cranny in the area. So we'll go over it. Cushman Wakefield has the listing, and it's 3/4 of an acre, which is good enough, which means eventually you could redevelop the property, and it is on a hard corner, which I always like. They're saying the combined traffic count is 47,600, which is very good. And the actual demographics look pretty good as well, but it seems like a little bit of a spotty neighborhood where there's some industrial mixed in with some commercial. And industrial and Jack in the Box go hand in hand. So actually, that's one of the reasons I like it. And so that's not a problem. The 2,500-foot building is a decent size. It's not the bigger ones, and it's not the smaller prototype. And it's corporate leased. And Jack in the Box is a big company, $1.5 billion in revenue. Started in 1951. We love Jack in the Box. I put it at number four, right behind Burger King and Carl's Jr. I put it above Wendy's, believe it or not. And let's take a look at the deal. But interestingly enough, you've got 145,000 people in a 3-mile radius at 112,000 in income. That's pretty good. Those are pretty decent demographics considering you're mixed in with some industrial area there. Let's take a look at the OM. So it's a 13-page OM, and let's see what we can see. Now the funny story, this Jack in the Box, I was doing a deal out there. I think it was in 1999. This thing was just open, and I remember. If you look here, we have some roof damage. That's not good. We have roof damage. We have uncleanliness here. That's not a good thing. I'm surprised they would take a picture of that, but good on them. So we have an issue here. The thing I liked about this Jack in the Box was that it had incredible management when it just opened, and the food was amazing. I still remember. I couldn't believe how good it was. The fries were. You really have to be careful with every deal you buy. You should go visit it or have me go visit it and be a customer there and see how it's managed because that'll tell you if it's going to stay a long time. If it's not managed well, the company is going to relocate or do something and just pull up stakes. So it's really important. But I remember commenting on the curly fries. They were amazing. I mean, usually they're fast food places that aren't managed properly. They'll come out cold and soggy and whatever. But these people were really on point when they opened. Yeah, 1997. It was 1999, right before 2000, I remember. And it was managed amazingly. I was really impressed. It is a long-term deal. They've been there for quite a while already. So, but maybe it's a situation where they're going to actually do a full remodel on this deal, but they'll wait until they exercise their options to do that. They'll probably run it into the ground until then. I don't know. 11 miles northwest of downtown Houston, 25-mile or 40-minute drive from George Bush International Airport. Now, this is in between Houston and a big bedroom community, so there's a lot of traffic in front of this property. And here are your options. The rents are pretty low, 110,000. This is obviously pre-pandemic rents. You'll be able to get much more rent eventually if if and when they want in 2048. So there's 4 5 year options. You got a while to wait that one out. So 5, including 8. Okay, so increases by CPA, but no more than 8% every 5 years. That's why they're giving you the enhanced cap rate on the acquisition. So it's CPI. So if CPI is only 2% cumulative, which I doubt, they'll only pay that. It's got an 8% cap. Now, all offers are subject to a right of first refusal that Jack in the Box must exercise within 15 days. Let me explain that to you. So this is what kills a lot of deals, especially if that's 30. If there's a right of first refusal or by the tenant and they have 30 days, no exchange money is going to be able to deal with this thing because that'll cut into your 45-day period too much. They may purchase this, they may not. I don't know what their current status is on purchasing properties on RFORs, but this one's 15 days, which is manageable. And but this, you have to be really careful on all these deals you're looking at. If the tenant has the right of first refusal and it's over 30, you don't know if you're going to own this thing, and you're really going to mess up your exchange. So be very, very careful on that one. So here's your site plan. It's developed properly. Good ingress, good egress. You got ingress on egress. Hempstead and West 34th Street. That's good. Yeah, but this roof is in really bad shape. I'd like to see pictures of the actual surface. Here you are in relation to Houston. So you're West Houston. Here's the 10 freeway here. There's a local map. You'd have to do a deeper dive into this. So here you're looking at, it is a hard corner, but you see you have a substation here. You got some industrial. You have an industrial thing here. There's your downtown Houston. So you're not that far away. But here's, you got a railroad track here. Now that tells you what you're dealing with. That's a natural barrier, and that affects demographics. Railroads always affect your demographics. You want to be on the right side of the tracks, to quote an old saying. So you see, you're right in front of here of another industrial deal. And industrial in Jack in the Box does very well. Their lunch is going to be very well. Their dinner is going to be sad. Their breakfast and lunch is going to kill it, and their dinner is going to be very, very nominal. So it's probably an average store now. I would employ Placer.ai to get a geofencing to get the cell phone traffic going through that drive-through. Figure out store sales that way. In the old days, I used to sit there for 8 hours and click with a clicker cars going through the drive-through and try to figure out what their store sales are, because they rarely report, and they're rarely on a percentage rent. We'll talk about percentage rent deals in another video. There's your demographics: 379 in a 5 mile, 91,000 in a 5 mile, 154 average household income in a 5 mile. That's picking up some of that suburb that's going through here to Houston. So you got a 24-hour drive-through, which is really good. That tells you something, but I'm very concerned about the condition of this roof. And this is really due for a remodel. If the company decides to remodel this with the new prototype, you will have something very special on your hands. You will have a good deal. This is very good real estate. I would grade this a solid B, maybe even a B plus, only because, well, no, I'd keep it at a B because of the poor annual increases, but it's a really nice going in cap rate. I would try to get this thing closer to a 7 cap because of that, and then you got a good cash flow situation. Anyways, it's Jordan, the 1031 Doctor. Please reach out to me at 310-721-7375 or Jordan at 1031doctor and .com, and we can discuss any problems you're having with your exchange currently. I'll analyze it for you for $299. And we also do brokerage for California clients all over the United States. And we have a brokerage referral system here. We know a lot of brokers all over the country. And look forward to hearing from you. It's Jordan, 1031 Doctor. Have a great day.